starting Sagittarius season. Yay! I thought it would be fun to do another card reading. Some of you guys seem to really enjoy the last one that I did, but this time I have a different deck. I thought kind of going with the theme of like birthday for myself. I have this. It's kind of hard to read because it's metallic and the light's reflecting off of it, but this Sailor Moon crystal themed tarot deck. Unfortunately, And the whole sort of progression of the cards tell a sort of story of progression, spiritual and physical per se. So there's different things that come across in life, and it ends with the World card, which is a lot of sort of completion. It's a very balanced card. If you've ever seen it in like its classic medieval form, it's a very balanced card. The colors are all there and it's very symmetrical. It's quite beautiful. But anyways, so this card, the Temperance, number 14, comes after the Death card, number 13, or some people call it the Nameless card, because technically it doesn't actually say death on it. It doesn't have a name label like other cards it covers. I'm referring to the classic medieval style. Typically that's what I read with. I have this deck and that one and some oracle cards, but I most often use a medieval style tarot deck. Marseille, some people call it. But anyways, so Temperance comes after the Death card, and the Death card is not like a negative evil card as some people might think. It looks rather scary with a Grim Reaper on it. It is a card that signifies the end, but like the end of a cycle, not like a sudden abrupt sort of end. It talks about like a very natural conclusion. And when you look at the card, again, the medieval one, you see like little sprouts in the background. There's a Grim Reaper, and the ground he's standing on actually has little buds of life coming up. And I believe the Temperance card is a sort of manifestation of that. So what I see this as is December is sort of a period of renewal, respite for you. There's been a lot going on over the past year or so for pretty much everyone, and December will be a chance for pause. I don't necessarily know if it's relief or the end of whatever's been bothering you, but it will be a period for you to sort of if that makes sense. So if you wanted a general message, that is what it's going to be for December. Focus on rebuilding, regrowth, and sort of just physically and metaphorically, if that makes sense. I hope that resonates for you. is a very powerful card. If you look at its traditional depictions, there's a lot of red. Red stands for power, and it's about knowing your power and being able to sort of wield it and make situations your own. I think that's a very lovely thing in a romance reading. What I would also say is that, again, it's a very masculine energy. There's the Empress, which is a lot of feminine energy. And so what I would say is, perhaps, my only caveat would be, so yes, you are the one who's in charge, who I think you're the one who should be making a move or doing something. But be sure that you sort of just check in with yourself and like check in with the other person and their emotions and their feelings. Like that's more what the Empress is about, like traditionally feminine energy. So just make sure you're not lacking any of that as you blaze ahead with this Emperor energy that is clearly behind you. I hope that made sense, and I hope that that resonated for you. Bit of a quick reading, but I don't know, when I just drew the cards, I just saw a very clear message for each